What's going on, everybody? It is your boy. Welcome in the Fat Boy Fragrance Reviews, and of course you know who I am. I am Mr. Fat Boy. I'm here to bring you a double dip duo review, baby. It's time to get all up in. They're in my pocket. I'm trying to get them ready. It's time to get all up in this double dip duo review. Before we do that, I want to say thank you for tuning in. Thank you for showing the love, baby. And if you are new, come on in. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Make sure you leave a comment. Share it. Whatever you think I deserve, bring it. You got feedback, give it to me. I'll appreciate it. You got negative feedback, I'll take it, baby. You want to troll me, it's all good. I'm going to show the love, baby, because when I show the love always comes back. I want to say thank you for a great weekend. I enjoyed it. I'm pre-recording these videos. So I don't know if the Eagles won yet or not, but I digress. We'll talk about that when we get to it. Let's get all up in this video, baby. And you know how we do it on this double dip duo review day? No edits, no do-overs, just one take. And I get it right. Fat Boy Fragrance Review starts now. Alright, baby, we are back. We are going to be talking about two blends from Yhea here of fragrances. If you know anything about Yhea fragrances, they do a really good job of blending fragrances together, some niche fragrances, and bring them together with new creations. I love when they do this. It's my favorite reviews to do of Yhea. Cannot wait to share these with you. Today we're going to be talking about Chariot of Boss and Royal Chariot Boss Oud edition. Now, I'm going to grab my phone. No edits, baby. Let me get my phone real quick. We don't do edits here, baby. We keep it rolling, one take. So, Boss Oud is, Royal Chariot of Boss Oud is a combination of Leighton from Parfums de Marly and Tom Ford's Oud Wood. One of my favorite fragrances in the whole world, without a doubt. Chariot of Boss Dungeon is their version of YSL Tuxedo, and I cannot remember the last one. Let me look it up. Hold on. I forgot the name of it. Let me get it pulled back up. Oh yeah, Love Poison by Bottega the Victorious. I have not smelled that one. I had Tuxedo. I do not have Love Poison, but I'm going to base it on what I think it kind of smells like, what they blend together like. I know what Tuxedo smells like, so I was able to pick out that note. The rest of it is the other fragrance, Love Dungeon. So let's kind of figure this one out together. We'll start off with Chariot of Boss Dungeon. I know my man Cuba had real high praise for this one. He's a big Tuxedo guy. He's going to turn me on Tuxedo. Let's find out if it's a really good blend, or is it one that's kind of like, overpowering one or the other. Here we go. Let's put it in the air. Oh man, I get Tuxedo so fast. And on the skin. All right. Man, you get a lot of Tuxedo, YSL Tuxedo, no doubt. But I think what this is not a blend. I think this is a sweetened up, powdery version of YSL Tuxedo. I think we can pretty much forget the other fragrance, in my opinion, and just say, hey, this is a sweeter version with of Tuxedo, without not going too sweet, like say when they mix it with Casino Royale. This one is more of a kind of like piggybacking off of YSL Tuxedo. YSL Tuxedo is such a beautiful fragrance, a masculine masterpiece, in my opinion. Oh man, this one has that sweet note that's not like Baccarat's 540. It's more like the Bottega Victoria's fragrance, it's more like Love Dungeon, no doubt about that. It definitely has that vibe. It definitely feels like, let me fix my collar, hold on. I don't know why this one button fights me all the time. I gotta keep them all buttoned up, baby. So when I spray it and I smell in the air, I get 80% YSL on my skin as it starts to dry down. And when I wore this during the day, Tuxedo was still very prevalent, but it was a sweeter, powdery version of Tuxedo, just right. This one is more of a heavy winter fragrance in my opinion. This is not a light fragrance. You're definitely gonna wear this more in the winter, no doubt. The patchouli, the whole vibe that YSL Tuxedo puts off, it just beams off my skin. And as I can say, there's not an off-putting part of it, no funk. It just works really well. Dua does Tuxedo really well, and they do Love Dungeon really well too. So they're both done perfectly, but I would say that this is more of an 80% to 20% blend. You're gonna get some of the Love Dungeon. It's minimum, but what it does bring to Tuxedo is it makes it less harsh to some noses and makes it sweeter and more powdery. That's the vibe I get from it. Let's find out this one gets my full seal approval and we'll get out of here. First impressions when I spray it in the air, check the box, baby. Smells amazing. Victorious, baby. No pun intended. Just a great fragrance in the air. It fills up the room. It smells so good. That's a check box easy. All right. Performance, another check box. This thing is decent. I would say 4 to 6 hours on my skin. I'll take that all day for a fragrance like this one. YSL Tuxedo performs better by itself, but together for some reason, they're not as well a performing fragrance. Dua's Tux performs really good too, but not together. For some reason, they lost some of that in somewhere when they blended them. They don't perform as well. Okay, so can't give it a full check. I'm gonna give it about a half a check on that one. So we got a full check for performance. I mean, for first impressions, a half a check for performance. Third, does the wifey like it? She didn't hate it. She didn't love it. It was in the middle. I did get a compliment wearing this fragrance from a co-worker, so I was very impressed with that. So let's give a check for that one. I feel like this is a compliment getter. You can get compliments. So the compliment box, reaction box, check it. Third and fourth and final box is how much do I give it my approval? I'm going to give it a full check. I'm going to give it about an 80% approval though. That means you can still buy it, blind buy it, no problem. If you want to sample it, go on over to fatboyfragrance.com, fatboyfragrance.com, where the customer is always right, and you can sample this bad boy right now. Okay, so 80% approval of me, not bad, worth a blind buy. But if you're still kind of iffy, sample it. If you have other Tuxedo fragrances like their blends, you could probably skip this one. If you just like wearing Tuxedo, go with that too. All right, so the next one up is Royal Chariot of Boss Oud. This is Parfums de Marley Layton, a fragrance that's probably their most popular fragrance in the Parfums de Marley lineup. Of course, with Tom Ford's masterpiece, Oud Wood. One of my absolute favorite fragrances from a designer house, period, is Oud Wood. I love it. I love the powdery vibe I get, the woody vibe I get. It just feels like it blends with anything, and it works. So let's see what this one does. We'll put it in the air, and we'll put it in the skin. There's a good look at the bottle again. All right, let's put it in the air. I'm starting to really like the new caps because they stay on there good. I really appreciate that because I have to handle them so much. And the sprayers are phenomenal in my opinion. They're really good. All right, put it on my wrist, put it in the air. This one is another one that I feel like, man, that smells really good. Man, that smells good. Now, you have to be an Oud Wood fan like me. I'm a huge Tom Ford's Oud Wood fan. If it's in anything, I'm going to love it. No doubt. This one in the air, I get more Tom Ford. I mean, both of these fragrances, Oud Wood and Tuxedo, are very strong when it comes to dominating the fragrance when they're blended. So you will pick up more of Tom Ford's. When does Layton come in, or Royal Chariot? When does that come in? When it hits the skin, you're definitely picking up more of that Layton, no doubt. It's in the air where it's more Tom Ford. As it gets to your skin, that turns into Layton, about 50-50 toss-up. I was worried about this one being too much of Oud Wood and being almost a redundant fragrance, but I think this one has been blended better, and the fragrance is even out better than the first one we talked about. So yes, Beautiful oud wood vibe going on there. You got that beautiful vibe from Layton. They're blending perfectly. I think what I like about this one the most, though, is that it isn't all Layton. I mean, it isn't all Tom Ford. I'm glad that Layton's in on this party. Sometimes they get lost in the shuffle. I'm starting to dig into more of these Royal Chariot fragrances from Yhea. I want to try some, review some more of these if y'all would like it. Yeah, I'm really digging this vibe. It's like Layton in the opening, but if I smell hard enough and breathe, take in a little bit more air, you could definitely pick up the Tom Ford in the back end. So, opening oud wood, middle is Layton, and then the dry down kind of goes back towards Tom Ford's oud wood, or their version called Boss Oud. So yeah, it's a phenomenal fragrance though. All right, full seal approval or not? Let's go. First impressions, check the box. Another one that blows it out the water in the first impression, no doubt. And what I mean by first impression, guys, is like when you first smell it in the air, the opening, does it grab you? And it grabs me, it's gonna grab a lot of people. Performance, about the same as the first one, 4 to 5 hours. Sprayed on your clothes, you might get 6. Scent trail, it's there, but very minimum. It's a skin set after about 2.5 hours, 3 hours. And then all of a sudden it comes back again and gives you another hour, but that's about it. Not the best performing fragrances, either one of these, so they're half a checks on that. All right, does the wifey like this one? Absolutely she did. This one she could tolerate. She liked it more than the first one. Definitely a softer, more kinder fragrance than, say, YSL Tuxedo is. And whatever that's blended with. When everyone, it's always going to be a little tough for her. She's not a big fan of Tuxedo. But I did not get a compliment wearing it, but I do feel like this one will garner compliments. It's in that vein of wear it any time of the day, any situation. Dress it up, dress it down, work, party, club, it'll work. Okay. How much does it get my approval now? So we got 2 checks, 1 note, a half a check. I'm going to give my full seal approval, and I'm going to give it about 90% approval. Only reason I'm holding back is because of performance. But this one is blind buy worthy also. You can also sample if you like. It's a great addition to the Boss Oud blend line, no doubt, and the Chariot line. Very good. I like them both. They're good fragrances. They're worth your time. And that is your boy's opinion. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful day. That's all the time I got. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay well. And then when you smell good, baby, and you feel good, then it's going to be all good. Fat Boy Fragrance Reviews is out.